guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope you're doing good. Today we're going to be making a Valentine's Day wreath using 12-inch deco mesh, and we're going to be using the Poof method and the Zig Zag method for this wreath. For this wreath, you're going to need a wreath form from Dollar Tree and some pipe cleaners to get started. Now we're going to make our own wreath form, and we're going to each section in the inner two wires, you're going to take a pipe cleaner, give it a few twists, and we're going to go the next section. Same thing, grab your pipe cleaner, wrap it around those center two wires in the inner circle, give it a twist. Next section, same thing. And you'll go all the way around the inner circle, putting a pipe cleaner in the center of each section. You will have a total of 6 pipe cleaners in the inner circle. Now we're working on the outer circle, or the outer 2 rings, and you're going to go to the little divider bar that divides each section, and you're going to use the 2 outer wires, take them, kind of crisscross it around the little divider bar, give your pipe cleaner a twist, and then go to the next section bar and add a pipe cleaner all the way around your circle. So when you have your outer circle complete with your pipe cleaners on your wreath, you will have a total of 12 pipe cleaners. Some people like to add more than 12, but 12 works out perfect for this style wreath I'm going to show you. If you do not want to make your own wreath form, then you can go ahead and buy the pre-made ones at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and places like that for around $6 or so, but make sure you use your 40% off coupon if you're buying one. But this is a lot cheaper to just make your own. You will need some 10 or 12-inch deco mesh for this wreath, and I am using the 12-inch, and I purchased mine at Michael's. Take your deco mesh, gather it in your hand, and I start on the inner circle, but you can start on the outer circle if you prefer. So I'm going to my first pipe cleaner, and I'm going to take the deco mesh, and I'm just going to place it in the pipe cleaner, push it down to the metal frame, and give the pipe cleaner a few twists. And then for the first one, I'm going to take my deco mesh and just push it to the back side of the wreath. I'll go back later on and secure it with a pipe cleaner. Take your deco mesh, kind of roll the outer edges inward, and make your first poof about 10 or 12 inches long. Go to your next inner circle pipe cleaner, place your deco mesh in the pipe cleaner, and give it a few twists. And then you'll want to fluff your poof. Same steps, slide your hand down, make a poof about 10 or 12 inches. Go to your next pipe cleaner, secure the poof, and then fluff it. So just continue all the way around the inner circle of your wreath, making 10 to 12 inch poofs and fluffing the poofs as you go. And this will be a fluffy wreath when you're finished. But I just start on the inner circle. I'm left-handed, so it works easier for me to start on the inner circle. But if you want to start on the outer circle, if it's easier for you, do it. So either way works. It's going to look just the same, whichever way you start. Just remember to try to get your poofs about the same size each time. It's really important to try to get it about the same. So if you need to get out a ruler, get out a ruler. You don't have to check every one, but just try to be consistent with your poofs. Okay, and so I'm going to finish up this inner circle, and then I will be ready to start on the outer circle. Okay, now I am just continuing on. I am not cutting my deco mesh. I am just moving kind of to the outer first pipe cleaner, made a poof, putting it in my pipe cleaner and giving it a twist. Going to make another poof. I'm going to kind of roll my outer edges inward and make a 10 to 12 inch poof and go to my second pipe cleaner on the outer circle. So just continue all the way around until the outer circle is complete. Now once you have the outer circle and the inner circle complete, you're ready to start zigzagging your deco mesh. Don't cut it because we're going to zigzag now. So we're on the outer, now we're going to zigzag to the inner pipe cleaner, then back to the outer, then again to the inner, and so on. So slide your hand down, make a 10 to 12 inch poof. Now we're going to the inner pipe cleaner. So just kind of make a diagonal, go to that center pipe cleaner, give it a few twists, and then you're ready to go to the outer pipe cleaner now. So just follow that pattern all the way around, zigzagging your deco mesh. And this makes a really full wreath when you do the poof method and the zigzag method. I always like to do the zigzag method when I do the poof method, because if you don't, you can kind of see through the deco mesh and see the wire wreath form, but by zigzagging it, it makes it a lot fuller, and so you don't notice the wreath form like you would if you just did 2 times around. So that zigzag layer really makes it full. So here I'm to my last poof. Now make sure you use your entire roll of the 12-inch deco mesh, secure it in your last pipe cleaner, and then you're going to take the end of it and push it through the center 2 wires to the back of your wreath, just like you did when you started. Now you'll want to take that pipe cleaner, just cut one into smaller pieces, about 3 or 4 inches long, and you're going to go to your back and you're going to secure the ends to that frame. So just cut a small piece, wrap it around that end, give it a few twists, and fold it down. And do that when you start and when you finish, so that both ends do not flop down or flip down on you. Make sure you fluff your poofs, and now you're ready to start decorating your wreath. Okay, I am adding some ribbon, and I am cutting my ribbon at 10 inches. So I'm doing 10-inch strips, and I'm using 2 colors of ribbon. And then I'm going to dovetail or chevron the ends. Fold the ends to the left, and where you have your fold, you're going to cut away from the fold, and this makes the pretty V in the ribbon. So do this to all the ends of your ribbon and cut your ribbon at 10 inches. And I just did the outer pipe cleaners. Now if you like a lot of ribbon, do the outer and the inner pipe cleaners. If you want your ribbons to stick out and show a little bit further from the deco mesh, you might want to cut them maybe at 13 instead of 10, but just go to your pipe cleaner, pinch your ribbon kind of in the center, put your ribbon in the pipe cleaner and give it a twist, then fluff your ribbon. And then I got that little wreath, heart wreath at Dollar Tree, and I got the cute red truck sign at Dollar Tree also. So I'm just adding a bunch of hot glue to the back of the sign, and I'm going to add a couple pipe cleaners so that I can hang it on the wreath. And I had to extend the pipe cleaner, so I put 2 together. So just put it in the hot glue, then add some more hot glue on top of it, set it aside and let it dry. And just be very careful when you're using your hot glue. I just had to add a big bow to this wreath, so I'm taking 2 colors of ribbon and I'm letting out a tail, then I'm just making a loop, pinching it in my left hand, going to the other side and going to make a loop the same size. Now for this bow, I just layered my ribbons one on top of the other and just try to make sure you don't get them twisted up. Try to make sure the ribbon is laying flat each time when you start to make your loop. Using ribbon with wire works best. It makes a prettier bow. It just holds its shape better. The ribbon that is red with the white hearts came from Dollar Tree, and the one that has the black and white on it came from Craft Outlet, and they both have wire in them. So I just went back and forth, trying to make my loops the same size on each hand, and I just kept it tight in my hand. Then I let out a tail. And then you'll want to take some floral stem wire and wrap it tightly around the center of your bow. Make sure you go back and fix the ends of your ribbon, either dovetail them or cut them at a slant, and leave your wires long because you'll be threading the wires through the deco mesh of your wreath in a little while. Next, I'm adding my little red truck sign to the wreath, and I usually just take the pipe cleaners and wrap them around the inner two wires, and I kind of check back and forth to make sure I'm not pulling the sign too tight before I finish wrapping the wires or the pipe cleaners around the wires. But that's it to add the sign. Very simple to do. And then when you fluff your bow, you're going to have to slide one loop out from under the other. And this bow is a beautiful bow. It's really big, but it takes a little while to fluff your ribbon. So just slide one color out from under the other, and just, you could put your hand in each loop to kind of make it full. But this is a simple bow to make, and it turns out really pretty on your wreath. Also, depending on what side you're putting your bow on, you might want to leave one of your tails longer than the other, like I did here. And then here I'm going through and trimming off the pipe cleaners. So you can either fold them down or trim them off. And that little heart wreath, I just took it apart, and now I'm hot gluing the felt hearts onto the deco mesh. Be very careful when you're using your hot glue gun. And this is how it looks with the hearts glued on. And that's it, guys. The wreath is finished, and I already have it hanging on my door outside. I just couldn't wait, so it's already hanging outside. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share. Thank you so much to all of you who always watch and comment and like and share. I really appreciate y'all. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I just wanted to say that my front porch is a covered front porch, so the weather really doesn't affect my wreaths because it doesn't get wet or anything, and it's not in the sunlight. But you might want to, with these felt hearts, you might want to keep this wreath indoors if your porch or your front porch is not covered. I will also add a materials list for you in the drop-down box below. And I've had several people to ask me where the drop-down box below is. There's a little arrow right below the video on the right side. And if you click that little arrow, the drop-down box should pop up for you with the materials list.